that we're talking about non-scale victories all 2020. A lot of times we can get addicted to the scale and it can end up hindering your progress versus promoting it or motivating you to get further. So what I want you to do is focus on non-scale victories all 2020. One great way to focus on non-scale victories is by measuring yourself, right, versus weighing yourself. And so you want to take your before measurements, and then every 30 days, go ahead and take your after measurements. I'm going to show you how to measure yourself by yourself. Of course, it's always easier to have someone else measure you if you can. However, if you only have yourself, we don't wait for other people, we get it done by ourselves, right? So what I want you to do is measure yourself. Okay, so what to do when you're measuring yourself is, I want you to take that measuring tape, and I just got this measuring tape from the sewing section at Walmart. I'm sure they have them at other places like Target as well. Got this a while ago. So anyway, this measuring tape is very long, as you can see. It's always going to be a little bit easier to measure yourself with a shorter measuring tape if you can. So when you're measuring yourself, you want to make sure that you're measuring your real waist, and it's okay to measure around your belly button area region too, but make sure that you know, and what a lot of my clients don't know, is that your real waist is actually the smallest area of your abdominal region. Now, if you want to measure your real waist and around your belly button, that's a great way to also measure your progress, so you know how small your real waist has gotten as well as how small around your belly button area has gotten. So you simply take that measuring tape, go around your real waist area, making sure your feet are together, and go ahead and measure yourself like that. Then you want to do your hips. Okay, your hips are always going to be the widest area of your hip area, right? So it's going to also, of course, measure your glutes as well, or your butt as well. So you're going to take it around to the highest, or the, not the highest, but the widest area of your hip. And you're going to measure it like that as well. Then you want to take your arms. This is going to be one of the hardest things to do by yourself. I like to do 5 inches up from my elbow to get a arm measurement. So you're going to take your top of your elbow, just like that. You're going to take 5 inches up from the top of your elbow, and you are going to use your thumb to make sure you're 5 inches up and you don't lose your place. Then you're going to turn it around, flip your arm over, and that is 5 inches up. And you can look in the mirror if you would like to make sure that measuring tape is even, so you get an accurate measurement. You're going to do that same thing with the right arm, and then of course you're going to go to your thighs, and the same thing I like to do for my thighs. I'm going to go 5 inches up from the top of my knee, and I am going to measure all the way around. You take that measuring tape all the way around and measure yourself like that. And another good way to measure your progress is, of course, also to measure your calves. You can also measure your neck if you would like. You want to do underneath your chest as well as in the middle of your chest. And you want to check your progress like that. So for 2020, I want you to focus on non-scale victories. Please remember that there are victories in the health and fitness world outside of just weighing yourself on a scale and losing weight, right? Because we both know that weight on the scale does not take into account water, it does not take into account muscle, right? And so a lot of times when you say you want to lose weight, a lot of times you really want to lose fat, and the scale is not going to show you fat loss. So you want to try to measure yourself or get an accurate body fat measurement using either the skin fold test. There's tons of other ways to measure your body fat, and we can talk about that at a later time. Also, other non-scale victories are going to be going to the doctor and making an appointment, right? And trying to get blood work done. And you want to check on your cholesterol levels, your LDL and your HDL levels, right? You want to try to increase your good cholesterol levels, and you want to try to lower your bad cholesterol levels. And you want to check that progress over the next year, right? To make sure that you are working towards your goals. Another way to measure a non-scale victory is going to be by checking your vitamin deficiencies, right? So if you're deficient in something, you want to make sure that you are no longer deficient in it, right? So if you go to the doctor, you get blood work done, and you're deficient in vitamin D, then you want to make sure that you try to increase your vitamin D so that you can get that out of that deficient level. Another way to check non-scale victories is going to be by you measuring your strength, right? So if you can only do 15 reps at 10 pounds on a shoulder press, you want to make sure that by the end of these 30 days that you can go up to 20 reps on a 15-pound shoulder press, or that you can go up to 20 pounds on a 15-rep shoulder press. You can check how many push-ups you can do now versus how many push-ups you can do in 30 days. That's going to be another way to tell a non-scale victory. So please remember that there are other victories outside of just losing weight on this scale. Make sure you focus on that for 2020. I look forward to seeing you subscribe below and comment. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. I look forward to seeing your comments on there as well. We will have a lot more videos in 2020, and I look forward to seeing all of y'all.